Welcome to Uncle Taylor's Unchained Universe. Strap in for some content palooza.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Uncle Taylor's Unchained Universe Propaganda Expandaranza. I am Uncle Taylor, of course. It's wonderful to be here. The 27th of February, 2022, 9:19 p.m. We are here into your ears, into your mind, into your heart. We're going to have a very special night tonight. I'm going to introduce my guests very shortly. But for the moment, we've got our boys here, the boys, the crew, the J crew, the Justice crew that they used to be back in the day. Uncle Jackson, Uncle Jesse, boys, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good to have you on board. Jacko actually fell asleep before recording time, so he looks like a stunned mullet. Please forgive him. I am actually not going to even go through the formalities asking how your weeks are because we got plenty of time for that. But a very good friend of ours, of me, personally me, and also of the show, is going to come on board and be our first proper guest for season 2, 2022. He's asked me to introduce himself as according. He's the man addicted to movies to the point he was giving a medical warning. From movie nerds, the man known more of his hat, and plus he's got a 13-inch cock, so the lady, look out for him. His name is Nick from Movie Nerd. His name is Nick from Movie Nerds. Nick, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for coming on board tonight, buddy.
Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, out of your night, sorry, I should say, to come on board and have a chat. For those who are listening to this, he's a big, beautiful American man living in Australia. So it's definitely night time where we are recording. So we work alongside each other at the fruit shop. So it's wonderful to have your presence here, mate. I would love you to enlighten us. Tell me a bit about what you do, man. Like what does it take for you to prepare yourself to sit through a movie like Cats as an example and give yourself proper feedback and reviewing it? How do you critique it, mate?
Well, look, I go by the philosophy is who's this audience for? Who wants to see it? And what is generally meant to be happening? I remember going into Cats thinking, this is unfortunate. But I remember exiting out and thinking to myself, well, clearly this is not for people on drugs because those visuals did not need the assistance of any hallucinogens. Now, I generally try to find who's the audience for this film. During lockdown, I did the 50 worst films of all time. I rewatched them, re-ranked them, and that was fun. And I actually realized that, even the most necessary abortion of a film has an audience, and it was great. It's great.
A necessary abortion of a film. That's something I'm gonna have to start using in my day-to-day. That's really good. I like that. That's fucking cool. That's a good saying. Tell me, mate, I've known you a fair while. I know you've been doing this for a while, but recently, what have you gone out and actually been able to review? So obviously coming out of lockdown and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I reviewed Cyrano this Tuesday. That's basically the Peter Dinklage film, a remake of Cyrano de Bergerac. But you've seen it in the 90s with Steve Martin as Roxanne. It's a romantic film. Peter Dinklage is amazing. He carries the film. It's a beautiful, very adult movie that is a musical, and this music is so different. But the funny thing is, it's actually a better movie when it chooses not to sing, because for some reason, when musicals begin to sing, they lose their connection. But it's a very earnest and very powerful film. I did Uncharted. As a fan of the games, I have to say my standards were really low going into it. And it went way above it because it's the thing about it is Wahlberg and Holland, they're great. They carry the film. The action's pretty decent. Is it as good as the games? Hell no. Is it entertaining? Definitely. It's more like National Treasure than Indiana Jones. These are sort of films we're going to see recently. This Tuesday, The Batman will be one that will be seen by the group, and I'll be joining them for that. And that one is definitely one of the most exciting films of the year because it has been in development for 5 years, and it's gone through two different directors to get this done, because it's had a hell of a time. It wasn't just COVID that took a while for the film to be made, but behind the scenes dramas. Ben Affleck was supposed to be the star, and then it mutated to a different film. He was also supposed to write and direct it, but essentially his experience in Justice League made him run away. And for me as a Batman fan, I'm fascinated to see where they'll go with this.
Yeah. So who is going to be the Batman in this new one?
So Robert Pattinson is the Batman in this one, and it's Batman in the second year. And I think everyone, when it was announced, went no.
Yeah,
Because,
I'm
they still
thinking no
think he's a
myself.
guy.
Yeah.
No, the thing about it is, has anyone here seen The Lighthouse?
I have.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dark, messed up film. He can get into the psyche of the character. He said himself, this Batman's going to be psychologically damaged, which is exactly what Bruce Wayne's going to be. I mean, a guy who dresses up as a bat clearly has issues, but they're going to be making him more of a detective, and the Riddler takes inspiration from the Zodiac Killer. This is a 3-hour film, so
Yeah.
I
Jesus
think they're going to
Christ.
leave. Yeah, 3 hours. This is the
3
first
hours.
time. Yeah, just think last year we got a Justice League film recut that was 4 hours, but that was only for direct home. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because we've clearly got a really intense car chase that's going to happen. We've got mystery. We've got Colin Farrell in the layers of makeup as a penguin. So we've got 3 villainous characters. So I'm thinking an hour per villain or something to keep it going.
Which like that would, I'd be sweet with that, as long as it's not shitload of dialogue. I'd like, like at least some good action and some good like even some good comedy moments, like every action movie, if it's like a Batman or a Joker. I mean, Joker was and correct me if I'm wrong here, you are the expert on this one. Joker to me was very psychologically damaged, and everything was just rose does not tint his world, but he was also incredibly humorous, as well as being such a bad guy. And we're talking about Joaquin Phoenix's one here instead of the Heath Ledgers and everyone that's followed on. So
yeah, Jack Nicholson's own was funny. Like, he would electrocute a guy to death and then say, "Ooh, getting a little hot under the collar," and he'd do sick crap like that. But it'll be interesting to see if this Riddler makes us laugh, because I mean, I rewatched the scene from Batman Forever, and Jim Carrey's Riddler, I mean, the gayest man alive would say that's over the top. He took it to the next level. His Riddler had no limits. So, this Riddler seems to be more like a serial killer who's ready to mess with Batman. And, I think I know where they're going to go with this, because he knows something about Bruce Wayne's parents. And I think where they're going to go with this is going to anger some Batman fans, but I also think for movie audiences, they're going to be like, okay, that's different, but that's really good. So expect something different with the parents, and that's all I'm going to lay out there.
Yeah, this one actually looks really, really like it's going to go in a dark direction. That's what I've seen based on like the trailers and stuff. It seems like they're trying to make it a really sort of dark movie, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually really keen for it, because when I heard that Robert Pattinson was going to be Batman, I'm like most people, I'm like, well, is he right for the role? All I can think about is Twilight, like most people. But seeing some of the clips and stuff, it actually looks really promising. And my girlfriend is a massive Batman fan, and she was a bit skeptical as well, but she's really keen for it. And yeah, I'm actually really excited. So.
It's interesting. If you go back to 1988, and Michael Keaton was cast as Batman, they're like, he's a comedian. He's too short. He doesn't look like the role. And for like 5 years or 10 years, everyone was like, that's Batman. That's a definitive Batman. Yeah. And he still stood really definitively. Christian Bale got brought on. Everyone loved him. It was perfect. American Psycho, all of that. But then you look at Ben Affleck, everyone was scared. He did a pretty damn good job. It's just the movies weren't that great. Yeah. And that happens to a lot of actors. Like, it's hard for an actor to escape a really well done role. Like, you look at Chris Rock. He's been trying to do drama films for a while. The latest Saw, no matter how much I watched it, he's still Chris Rock to me. But then there's other actors who can just disappear into any other role.
Yeah, I think Heath Ledger's like a good example. Like, when he got cast for the Joker, I remember a lot of people were like really skeptical because of like his previous roles, like what was he in, like Brokeback Mountain or whatever the fuck that movie was called,
A
or
Knight's Tale.
A Knight's
silly
Tale,
li-
and yeah, and he just knocked it out of the park, like a really dark depiction of the Joker, like really, really like like a what's the word, like a
Definitive. It's kind of
maniacal,
anarchist.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was really interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what Robert Pattinson does with it, if it's like a similar sort of thing, because yeah, so
It will, man.
And he's not. Yeah. And he's not the only one in there. There's also Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. She's got, she's up against Michelle Pfeiffer. There's like everyone's playing off a character that's been played 16 times. It's gonna
yeah,
be
that's
tough.
right. Yeah,
That's it, because like you always want to try and pick up, whether someone had dropped the ball from or where they stopped from. I'm going to use a really bad wrestling term here, and I know Dukwa's a fan, but when I was a younger boy, DX had brought out this new and improved DX movie, and there was a scene when John Cena got on there and said, talking about the group as well, about DX and that, and they said, did they invent the wheel? No, but they made the wheel better. Heath Ledger made Joker's character better. And Joaquin Phoenix comes in and just absolutely, it's the best Joker I think I've ever seen. And I agree with Keaton too. Keaton was, in my opinion, still is the best Batman I've ever seen. Affleck, I didn't see the previous one, unfortunately, so I can't sit here and say, yes, I did watch it. But I have good intentions. I am going to go watch it myself as well. I've already said to the wife, because she's like, we're going to go watch it. I said, cool, we're going to watch it in VMAX. I'm not watching it as a commoner.
Yeah. Same here.
I'll
Best way
pay
to
the
watch
money.
it.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Actually, Keaton. Oh, I was going
to
to tell you, Keaton is back as Batman this year.
Yeah, I heard
no,
that.
he's
Yep.
not.
Yeah,
No,
I
he's
heard that.
not.
Yeah, he's one more time. We're going to see him one more time.
Thank God. He needs a win. He needs to win like an Oscar or an Emmy, whatever he hasn't got. He needs to win one, dude. I love him. I loved him in Johnny Dangerously, Nick. I love Johnny Dangerously. And I reckon these boys don't know it, but I love Johnny Dangerously. My mum showed me when I was a younger boy. You bloody,
awesome.
you freaking bells. Jeez, what a mouth in this guy. Oh, he's so bloody good. Now, I believe the boys have a couple quick questions for you. I know your time's running out, Nicky boy, so I appreciate again your time, but I'll let the boys ask their questions.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, like, what does it take to get into this line of work? So, like, what would it entail, and how does one go about getting into it?
So usually for a film critic, they usually create a body of work. They approach a magazine or a website and they join as an editor. They usually have their own videos. Me, I was working at Target and I did a announcement and I mentioned the movie and the guy walking through said, "Hey, you want to come right on our website?" That was it. It was pure luck. A few months later, I was at a premiere asking Margot Robbie questions. That was wild.
Wow.
It was, yeah. That was just, so if you're passionate about movies, get out there, express yourself, whether TikTok, Instagram, because studios, websites, they're looking for people. It's not just not everyone needs to be Roger Ebert. If you've got a good film opinion, put it out there.
Yeah,
man,
awesome.
that's awesome, dude. Thanks for sharing that, Nick.
Yeah,
Jacko,
it's something I've always
there you
been
go.
interested in as well. So, like, I watch a lot of like YouTube clips on people like reviewing movies and stuff like that, and it's always been something that's been very interesting to me. So, yeah, it's good to know.
Maybe that can be the next variation. You all review a movie once a month as a group watch and just run some commentary. I think Johnny Dangerously needs some love.
Johnny Dangerous needs a shitload of love, but the only other problem is the only movies I watch right now only go for about 25 minutes on a certain website that I can't watch or mention to the wife. You know what I'm saying? Good old John Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle. You know what I'm saying out there, kids? Don't look it up. But no, it's a good idea. It's a good idea, Nick. I love it.
I'm going to put both hands up here.
yeah, that's it. Mr. 12 gauge shotgun kind of Mr. Nicky Dicky Dukwa. I love it. I fucking love it, mate. Jacko, did you have a question there, good sir, for Mr. Dukwa?
I certainly did. So throughout your time, what's been the standout experience so far?
It was that my first red carpet premiere was I, Tonya, and that was just great because it was a lot of celebrities there, bumped into Rose McManus, a few other people. Sitting in the front row, and I get to ask Margot Robbie like a question about her film. But for me, the most recent standout moment was hosting the Ghostbusters Afterlife premiere because it's just been after COVID. We'd all been locked down. We had 200 people at Hoyt's Entertainment Quarter. Our website made a comeback. We had all these Ghostbusters fans. We got the Ecto one at the front of Hoyt's Entertainment Quarter just for that occasion. We got people in costumes, and we just celebrated one of the nerdiest films. It was just so great just to be able to not only see a film for the first time, but see it with people who love the franchise. That was great.
Dude, and I tell you what, like you personally invited me and I couldn't go. And I
Yeah,
said
we wanted you there.
And I said to the wife, I said, I am hurting so much because I looked at all the photos and it was just, mate, what an amazing experience that would have been, Nick. But the next one, we're going to the next one, mate. It's going to happen. Let me tell you. We'll go down there.
We're going to be trying to work on something.
Yeah, mate, we have to. Like, the two worlds must unite, and bring together like a Tenacious DS kind of thing. I think that's definitely the next thing on our chapter, mate. It's fucking good shit. Mate, I won't keep you any longer. I'd love for you to let us know where we can find you, if that's okay, and leave us with a fun tip if that's possible, good sir.
Yeah, so you can catch us on Movie Nerds on Instagram. That's where we do most of our stuff. You usually see images of the film we reviewed and just a small text. You can also catch us on YouTube under Toy Nerds, and we also have a website called Toy Nerds. If you're looking for movie memorabilia, that's our stuff. Fun little tip, you can also see a video I did for the Joker review, which got a bit of love from Warner Brothers. So, and yeah, Event Cinema stuff. Kind of cool. I'll leave you with a fun story. Who here has seen Star Wars: The Mandalorian?
Oh yes, oh yes, massive fan.
Yeah. Do you remember the old man who said, "I want to see the baby"? Do you remember that? Yeah. Yep. His name is Werner Herzog, and I'll leave you a fun story. He's a film director and an actor, and he tried to kill his best friend twice while making a movie. It was 1982. He had an argument with him on set, and they went away. So he snuck over to his house with a Molotov cocktail and tried to light the place on fire. Now, the dog stopped him from doing it, but he shows up the next day with a cup of coffee and he says, "Klinsky, I tried to kill you. Sorry, but I didn't succeed. How are you?"
Tell you what, I'm not letting him see my baby.
Yeah.
I'll try to come up with a wild story from Hollywood, but yeah, that's still one of my favorites. Just wild.
Jesus Christ, Nick. That is unreal, dude. Fucking hell. And I tell you what, and this is the guy. If you want any interesting facts or a great story, this is the man. He is an absolute gentleman. Nick, thank you very much, mate, for taking time out of your night again, mate. And wish you all the very best. And I'll catch up with you very soon, buddy.
Gentlemen, pleasure to meet you all. Have a good night.
Coming on. It's good to meet you.
Thanks
See you later, big fella. Thank you very much, mate. And that was Nick Duquois. What an experience. The man, the myth, the legend himself. An absolute gentleman. So really, again, Movie Nerds and Toy Nerds. There's places to find him on the socials, on Facebook, on Instagram, and the website. We'll have links in the description for our podcast as well. Okay, well, boys,
that was awesome actually.
Yeah, and
he's talking movies and stuff, so I love movies and all that sort of shit, so I really got off on that. No homo.
He is a lovely man, so I was very happy that he was able to take some time out. So cool, now we can be deviants. Okay, you fuck faces, what's going on? What's been doing? Let's get on with our week. Mate. The week's been all right.
Yeah, mate, I've had a pretty decent week, just bowling, and losing. So that's always fun.
That makes two of us. That makes two of us. We are bit of a lackluster kind of week of bowling, but we went out to the footy and had our second, third, fourth, and fifth showers for the week, which is good.
Yeah, mate. I don't need to shower for another week after that. That was fucking great.
Mate, you had your little poncho. You, your dad, and your
my little blue condom keeping me safe and comfortable.
I said your dad looked like a human condom wearing those ponchos.
He looked like he had a yellow fucking. It was yellow, wasn't it? Yeah, from what I remember.
Yellow.
He looked like he was from the village. Speaking of
yeah,
fucking movies,
literally, because he had like your dad's got a long, luscious hair on top. So when he put his little hood over and pushed it through, it looked like a knob coming through the foreskin.
it basically looked like, you know, if any of you are helmet heads out there, you know, any of you, not helmet heads, are hoodies
Hoodies,
out
for
there.
all hoodies.
Yeah, when you pull back and you no,
It's like an ant eater's nostril coming out. Big
Yeah.
mouth quote right there.
If you're a hoodie, you know.
If
you
you
don't,
know,
you
you
don't.
know. Exactly. Jacko, mate, the one that looks like a stunned mullet. You didn't like you're dead. You look like you're asleep, buddy. What's going on? Talk to us, mate.
Fucking, he looks like he's on an
Uh,
LSD trip or some shit. Fuck
Yeah. What's going on, Jacko?
No, I
You tired, mate?
went out for. I had a huge headache. Like when I came back I had a family lunch today, and then on my way back, I just kept getting a headache. It was just like the worst one I've ever had, or had in a long time, anyway. And yeah, it just was like I laid down trying to sort of sort that out, and yeah, fell asleep. So that was.
Oh God.
And then, of course, got a phone call from you going, "Where are you? Are you alive?"
Yeah, thinking, fuck,
That was
where
it,
is
yeah.
this guy? Mr. Anal retentiveness for punctuality.
Oh,
know?
absolutely, yeah.
And
I was not expecting to fall asleep, and definitely was not expecting to fall asleep for that long, because I got home at about 3:30. So
it looks like you won't be sleeping tonight.
probably not.
Yeah, mate. God almighty, you poor bastard. That's rough, mate. That's rough. Oh shit, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, like there's really nothing that's been going on. That's the hardest thing. The only thing that's recently happened, the only thing that's really been going on, in the world of media, in the world of whatever else you really want to fucking say, is Elden Ring came out, which was a very highly regarded game. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen gameplay of it, but
I have, yeah.
I haven't yet. I've seen a few people doing unboxings and stuff like that, and I really want to see like trailers of it, and like sort of, because it looks like it's a really good game.
Tell me what it's about, Jacko.
I have no idea. I'm looking at the like title on that. I'm like, it looks good. You know, like when you look at
I've seen
like,
unboxing
game.
videos. I've seen all that, but you have no idea what the game is, Jacko.
No, absolutely.
Come on,
By
Jackson.
unboxing videos, do you mean
by the
when
name?
people get the physical copy of the game or
Yeah,
something? Like
absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck, I haven't
Absolutely.
watched
Yeah.
one
And I
of
was
those in
looking
like fucking 10 years. I remember when the old CODs used to come out, people used to unbox like the hardened editions and shit of COD.
Yeah,
and they used
that
to unbox
and
all
the
that crap.
and the juggernaut fridges.
And it was the cringiest fucking thing because people would like open it up and like all you'd hear is just the fucking the box goes zzz, and then you hear them go, oh yeah, it feels really fucking good. Like it's like fuck, just play the fucking thing. I don't care about the physical copy.
The only thing you take away from this video is, hey guys, welcome back to this video. I'm gonna be welcome back to my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 mini freeze here.
All that reminds
Oh my
me
god,
of
God, it's so good.
all that reminds me of is that old fucking COD YouTuber. I don't know if you know who he is, Taylor. His name was White Boy 7th Street. You ever heard of him?
Can't say I have.
He was he was just a fucking weird cunt. Look him up after this, but he was like some white like bloke who just was just the biggest soy boy, and he just would unbox things, and he kind of talks like this a little bit, and it was just fucking weird. It was almost like ASMR for fucking gaming and stuff.
Oh fuck me, that's just wrong. That's offensive to hear that kind of shit. Like you know what's funny? Like you could buy one of those mini bar fridge things that they had for Black Ops 2. And the only reason why I mentioned it is I seen some bloke was selling it on Facebook. They're asking $800 for the fridge. It's like, bruv, it's probably almost out of its refrigeration cycle. So they've had to get re-gassed if you've had it on. For $800, it's like you clown. It's like you see these people. There's these people right now on Facebook and that I don't know what the fuck they're on, you know, but they only have to meth up once, if you know what I'm saying. But they're trying to flog their 200,000K plus Ford for $8,000. There was this one guy in a dark blue Ford. It's like, mate, it's done 220 odd thousand K, and you're trying to get $8,000 for it?
Yeah,
you clown. You fucking clown. Or these idiots that get the Series X Xbox and sell it for like fucking $900. So you paid $750, bruv. There's no way you paid more for it.
Yeah, that's right.
So fuck me. Don't be so modest. Like some people are just fucked. But it's funny. It is funny still to see it, and I still have a giggle and go, oh boy. But unfortunately, there's going to be that one person out there that's gullible and that's going to go, oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, you know if I fucking buy it if that's okay. It's like, fuck off, you fucking clown cunt. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't want to fucking yawn too much. Oh, man, I tell you. Fun fact. Guess who came into the store today?
Who's that?
Michael Slater.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah. He's on his phone the entire time, but he came in. Nice guy, nice enough bloke from what I've seen. But he's wearing a bum bag. It's like, oh, mate, 3 points down for that. Or like a fanny pouch thing for your coins, if that's the kind of thing I'm thinking of.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
So what else has been happening with you boys? Jackson, anything been happening with you?
Yeah, Jacko, talk. I feel like you've been asleep this entire time.
The situation that we all know about at the moment that could possibly be turn into World War III here with between Ukraine and Russia. Keeping sort of informed with that, watching all the various clips. One that was funny actually and you're probably thinking, what could be funny about that? Was I saw a video just before I went to bed this afternoon, and it was a old Ukrainian lady who walked up to a Russian soldier, and she was absolutely letting him have it, like hurling abuse at him, and then said, "Take these sunflower seeds and put them in your pocket, because when you die on my lawn, I'd love to see the sunflowers that grow from your body," sort of thing. It was really I thought to myself, wow, you go.
that's just dark, mate.
I know.
That's pretty.
You're a sick fuck. No,
you're laughing that kind of thing. I've got to be honest with you. Like I don't want to go too deep into the whole situation that's going overseas. It's very sad, but I was seeing yesterday, I think it was, the Russian tank. And I watched it on Channel 9.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed a guy in a ute.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he survived.
Yeah.
How
that was
unreal
really
is that?
Harrowing footage. That was bad.
And he actually reversed on top of him. So shit, a brick.
Like, what I find fucked about this whole thing is people are like out here making jokes about it, like fucking TikToks, Instagram shit about it, and like fucking making fun about how they're gonna get drafted and that they're gonna fuck shit up. And it's like, bro, like you get drafted, you're gonna do absolutely nothing. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Like acting like you're a fucking hero. Like, if I get drafted, me and the boys are gonna go and fuck shit up. It's like, no, you and the boys are gonna fucking die. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
it's very depressing, dude, that this is what social media reality is like. There's no point in making fun of this, especially when people are fucking dying, dude. It's fucked. You're right. Like, draft people who are spruiking about and going, fucking get me in there. I'm a COD player, and I'm a Battlefield player. I'm experienced. You're not fucking experienced, mate.
No. It's like, I know how to fucking put a pick 10 system on my fucking class loader. Oh, sweet as fuck. You don't need rifle training. You're fucking set to go. Fuck off.
Hey, where's the aimbot at? Fucking hell. Okay, and welcome back. So because we are poor, we have to do 40-minute time windows on our recordings from Zoom and basically stop and start again. But with every stop and start, it's like a rip start. We just have to wait. It's pretty fucked. But that's he's laughing. He loves it. So welcome back to the experience here, part 2 of the audio for us. We were just talking about the Ukraine war and that kind of thing, and we're going to move on from that onto more positive stuff. And right now, I would love to take you on a happiness journey from your last week, going into thankfulness. Thankfulness. Enjoy. Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Uncle Taylor Sessions. We are just going to sit here for a minute, and we're going to be thankful for a lot of things in our life. Today's episode is thankfulness. Last week, we talked about happiness. Thankfulness is something that we need to practice every day. we don't. As an example, I'm thankful that I have a good setup and I'm able to reach you via these electronical waves that we call sound running through our speakers or our headphones. I'm thankful for the air conditioning that is portable in my room so I do not sweat through my bed sheets. Thankfulness is something that we need to cherish. I'm also very thankful that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are going to be fighting together at WrestleMania Night 2 Sunday. But make sure you check it all out. These are just getting too stupid to make already. This is my second one. Just it more. Might just enjoy it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that moment of thankfulness, because I sure did. Make sure to watch out at the beginning of April. Okay. Boys, let's talk about sports. Let's talk about games. Let's talk about gangbangs. Let's talk about it, everything. Let's get on with it. So, Friday night, doubleheader, Central Coast Stadium. Roosters play the Tigers. Manly play the Raiders. What a good night. I mean, I missed the first game, but what a good night.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for either game, so I'll listen and admire this conversation.
Yeah. No, it's okay, mate. That's okay. It was a incredibly wet night. Low scoring match. Some of the stars were there. Some of the other stars weren't. It's a trial match, so it's really just trying to build up match fitness and not burning out your star players and shit. But Jesus Christ, was it wet. It was honestly moderate to heavy rain for probably about an hour. And it was
fucked.
It was fucked. It was good. First time I watched footy, mate, in a very long time. 2019, I think it was the last time I watched it. So it was very good to actually,
it was fun. It was good to be back, like especially with us there together, and obviously my dad was there, and my misso was there, and it was just good to get out and get to a footy game. I mean, fuck, with last year's lockdown and shit, like middle of the season, we went through a lockdown and all the games moved to Brisbane and not Brisbane, sorry, Queensland, and so it was just good to get back and actually watch a footy game. So
that's it, man. Yeah, like actually appreciate it in person. It's too easy nowadays to watch it all from from sitting at home and that, where you can just pretty much pick up anything and just be like, oh yeah, there's football highlights or there's a football replay or whatever. It was just good to watch it.
And it's just different experience in person. Like the actual game, watching it in person is vastly different. Like we were pretty close. We had some good seats, like in the middle field, right down the bottom. So like we were right up close, within 10 meters within all the players of the sideline. So watching all the hit ups and like it's just it's unreal, because like you see the size of these players, you see the hits, and you see how the game fucking moves. You get to actually see like how the teams are organizing themselves, like unlike you would in, like, say, if you're watching on KO or Nine, like they only sometimes they'll show you little bits of the field, like say like the middle of the ruck, whereas you're at a game, you can see the whole fucking thing. You can see them organizing the defensive line, organizing their attacking line, and it's just really, it's fucking interesting, and I fucking love it.
It is, and the best thing is, myself and you, we played together in rugby league. We had a very good thing back in the day. So when we sit here and make these these comments and these whatever you want to call it, we're coming from a background of playing. We played the positions. I was front rower. Jesse was utility. Played the wing though as well. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't watch rugby league whatsoever, utility is pretty much you play majority in the backs. So your center, your winger, you can play fullback. Am I missing any roles?
Played so I played, as you said, utility. So it was like center, wing, fullback. I filled in fullback for a little bit there. And I actually did hooker for a little bit as well. I was in hooker for a while, which was my favorite position, to be honest, because it was right in the middle. And I just liked being in the middle of the line. I found it so much better when you're on. I mean, Taylor, I wouldn't say you've ever played wing. Like,
no, maybe you're once on the wing, I did.
Yeah, when you're on the wing or you're on the center, right, you feel so fucking vulnerable defending. Like it's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
if you
Because it's-
you feel so fucking vulnerable because everyone's fucking gathered in the middle of the ruck, and if anything fucking happens out the back, you have to rely on either your outside or your inside man, and that's it. Whereas if you're in the middle, you're relying on a whole fucking group of cunts.
Exactly.
So being in the middle, you feel more comfortable being able to make a tackle. Whereas if you're on the wing, usually it's coming from an attacking play, and you really got to actually fucking hammer down on that, and it's a bit scary. Not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah. Oh, of course it would be. I
And
mean,
then defending from fullback's even fucking worse because that's worst case scenario. You have to make a fucking try saving tackle.
yeah, you are the last
Yeah.
line of defense. It's pretty fucked. And if your reflexes aren't quick and they try and chip and chase you or whatever,
that's right.
they're right through you. You know, I think about it, you know, back in the day, like the last year that me and you played together, you know, I would do these big 60, 70, 80 meter runs, but I'd also run down the sideline as a front rower. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
It
I was
fucking
fit.
great. It was majestic. It was
It
majestic
is.
to watch.
like a fat thoroughbred running through an open paddock after a heavy
Yeah.
day in the sun. You
Like,
know,
you just imagine when you see someone who's so fucking big, and you just think, there's no way someone can run that fucking fast. Who's that fucking big? And then they fucking do it, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
16.
how do they generate so much fucking speed?
I think what 18 tries in 16 games or something.
Yeah.
And the fact that we got flogged 40, 50 points every game just proves that, you know, I was that MVP caliber kind of guy back then. It's fucking funny, mate.
Yeah.
But it's
Fucking-
interesting too as well. Like we also played with. I mean, I played a year or two earlier with this guy, but wearing the Sharks jersey, Nico Hines. He's going to debut.
Yeah. I played a few games with him as well.
Yeah, you did too. So you know, he's you know, he was a Yamana bunny through and through, and he was, you know, he was half decent then. He's improved a hell of a lot, and now he's in our starting squad. We signed him to come under Craig Fitzgibbon, so I'm very keen to see how he holds up because I can't think of the last time I've seen him play in the halves.
Yeah, I remember I followed his stuff when he was in the under 20s for the Toyota Cup. I think it was called Toyota Cup back then.
Yeah,
he was
back
in
in the
halves
day.
for Manly under 20s, if I'm not mistaken. And then he played for a whole bunch of other teams. I think he wanted to get his big break from Manly. I think he was about to get his big break.
And then he injured himself.
Played with the Trebojevic brothers. He played with Jake and Tom.
Yeah.
So they were getting their breaks, and then he got injured. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I remember seeing.
I think you're right too. I watched the Fox League special that he did with Matty Johns.
Yeah, that's the same here. Yeah, and but I remember watching him in the under 20s. So I was actually watching him back then as well. So, and I remember when I did play a few games with him because he was in like the ones and they put me in the twos because I wasn't that fucking good. But yeah, he was in the ones. That when you do the trial matches, all the ones and the twos and whatever, they'd all play together for the trial matches. So played a few games with him, and I remember him being pretty fucking good. That's all I really remember, him being really fucking good. So
because I think key to it, if you're going to be playing in the halves, is you got to have very good vision in my eyes.
Yeah,
and that's you know, like looking at the defensive line, see if there's an overlap, see if there's a weak tackler that's been playing and trying to put the right man through it. But also you would need that good person in the halves, but you'd also need another like yourself, like a hooker or something like that, like a good playmaker. If you have two playmakers, sometimes it can be a good thing and sometimes it can suck. It depends on the person if they want to be a star. And I saw a lot of things like for the Roosters, I think it was, or the West Tigers, one of the two, either side, sorry, is what I should have said, that hogged the ball in critical moments, could have passed it, but just tried to go Mr. Incredible. You know, like, you know, it's a team sport, not an individual sport.
That's right. And we got a lot of that on our team when we were playing. Like, I get we're all kids. Like, we were fucking under 13s, under 14s, whatever fuck age we were. But what pissed me off about our team is we were so shit because we had a bad coach, to be honest. And if you're watching this, coach, fuck you.
Yeah, swoosh.
No disrespect, but seriously, shit coach. And it was all about fucking forward hit ups with this cunt. That's all I remember. It was all about big fucking forward hit ups, and that was it.
You talking about me here? Talking about me here?
No. You worked. Everyone else that fucking was a forward didn't work. So it was like, why give the ball to that cunt? But yeah, like any backline play, it was like it would go as far as probably the center. Winger would never get the ball. I was on a wing a lot of the time. I'd never fucking see the ball, which if you look in the NRL, wingers are always getting the fucking ball. So it's like,
Always.
well, that's, you know, I started fairly late with football compared to a lot of people. I played soccer for like 5 or 6 years before I started in football, joined in the under 13s, I think. And I didn't start getting good at it until probably 3 years into playing because I needed that experience. So that's when I started playing my like the hooker and the center. Those are my best positions, probably hooker and center, and started getting good at it. And then I just fucking stopped because, you know, life. But
you just find something new, mate.
Yeah, I started getting better. It was after you had your injury because we started getting like we got better. Like the team got better. We actually the year after you left, we made the finals that year. I remember. So
which is hard to believe from a team that lost every single game, including the trials.
Yeah, it's because we started doing like shit better. We started
People grew up.
We started working more as a team, and that was probably when we all started playing our best football. But then it got to the point where I just didn't want to fucking deal with it. I had bad social anxiety and, you know, all those fucking issues people go through. And I just didn't want to deal with, you know, fucking associating with a lot of the fuckwits on the team because a lot of them were fuckwits.
And they were.
Back in the day. I don't know how they are now, but yeah. And I just didn't want to hang out with these people. So I just decided to fucking call it quits and do other shit. But yeah, my love of football's always there. I regret stopping.
I think we all do. There's days I'll sit there and go, same about cricket, and go, fuck, I wouldn't mind playing cricket again because that was fun. I enjoyed that shit. Footy, though, after breaking my ankle, and snapping a growth plate, I don't regret not stopping. You know, there was a part of me that did want to come back the next year, but I thought, no, you know, it's not worth it for my long term. You know, because I look at my brother and he's had I think his ACL done twice, and that was before he was 18.
It's so unforgiving.
It's a brutal sport, man. It's a brutal sport, brutal life. You know, but let's talk about your boys here. How'd they go last night? Fuck, Jackson just reappeared like a fucking erection.
I know. What the fuck? Where'd you go? You say you don't fuck. You say you don't rub one out. I think you just went to rub one out, mate. You're gone for a little while.
No, because I've got a stand. I've got like not really even a standing desk. Like my laptop's literally on a dresser, and my bed's just behind me. So I just went while you guys were discussing the footy game and stuff. I just sat down because my
lazy fuck. I love it. What sport did you play growing up, Jacko?
Oh god. There was AFL for a while, and then after that, I went to golf. After that,
so you played AFL. That's interesting, actually. Talk more about that. What was that like? Because that is a physical sport in some regards.
Yeah,
I guess you could say.
I did enjoy it for, let's say, the first 6 months. Then after that, I carried on only because like my mates were playing at the same, you know, in the same team, and then I lost interest after that, and then left. I think I was only there for 1 or 2 seasons.
What was the highlight of you playing in the AFL?
Getting to play on the on a halftime show in the SCG.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was good. I really.
How come I
didn't
know this? How come I didn't know this, Jackson? You played at the SCG? Fuck me. That's some groundbreaking shit right there.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. But yeah, that happened a long time ago.
Yeah, nice.
Mate, yes, you still did something. And that's the thing. We've all played or done something that's memorable, you know? You know, speaking of memorable, the St. George Dragons beating you guys last night for the first time in a very long time in a charity shield. Although I will pay the respect where the respect is due, it wasn't a completely full Dragon squad.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you. No, it wasn't a completely full Rabbitoh squad. So, you know, it's only trials. It's not a devotee thing. Like the full season comes off in 2 weeks. I think they have one more week to rest, and then
Yeah,
they come back.
Here's the thing about the fucking Charity Shield or whatever. It was going to be our 10th year in a row, right? So the Charity Shield is a pretty big deal. So I wouldn't really treat it as a trial game. So what I saw like last night, based on what I've seen in previous years, was actually, I mean, you could argue all you want, like it's a fucking trial game, but to me, it was pretty fucking important. 10 years in a row, Charity Shield, that would have been pretty fucking good. And it would have been nice to see a fucking bit of a gutsy performance from our boys, considering we've lost one of our good fucking good players in Adam Reynolds.
Mate,
Granted,
your best
two
player.
players out. Yeah,
Your
best player
Let's be real.
for sure. And there were just some things that were pretty concerning watching it. Basically, what pissed me off was two players. Josh Mansour, why the fuck was he on the field? He's fucking washed up. Jackson Paulo on the centers. He's not a fucking center. You could see it. He was out of place. They put him on the wing. He's fucking shit at on the wing too. He's at best a fucking reserve grader. But as you said, trial game. But still, Charity fucking Shield. 10 years in a row. I mean, you could argue, we've already won 9 years. Whatever. Fucking, we'll just have an easy one. I mean, who knows if it means that much to him, but yeah, it was a bit concerning, some of the things I saw. To be honest, I was pretty fucking pissed off. It was pretty shit effort. It wasn't a good game by our boys whatsoever.
That's that Lomax kid. Holy shit.
Freak.
Mate,
He's a freak.
young kid, freak.
Yeah, and that's
Honestly,
the thing. I was also, you could say South are doing shit, but Dragons were actually, they were on, to be honest. They were on.
Here's the problem, like these teams that win the trial matches kind of get ahead on them. Like, look at the Tigers; they beat the Roosters,
and it happens all the fucking time. The teams will do so good in the trial matches. Oh, this is our fucking year, boys. This is our year. Round 1 flogged, round 2 flogged, round 3 flogged.
Exactly right, mate. Exactly right.
It's I mean, really, trial matches. Round 1 will fucking give us all we need to know. So
exactly right, dude. You're not fucking wrong. So, we'll wait and see. I think we play tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, one of the two. So I reckon we're at one or two things: get touched up pretty badly, or we're actually not going to do half bad.
It'll be interesting to see how you go with like Nico in the halves. That's what I'm keen to see.
That's if he plays, mate. If he plays next week,
are they going to? Yeah, if they're going to play him, they should though, because you need to build up the match fitness. Like even if it's only for 20 minutes, minimum 20 minutes. I mean, that's just enough. You need to play. You need to play before round 1. You don't want to go into round 1 and then have a fucking shit performance because either your skills weren't up to par, because it's in a real game is not like fucking training, or like your fitness wasn't up to par. Like you need to have some sort of have a bit of a fucking go before the actual season starts.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, mate. I wholeheartedly agree. So, I'm looking out for that. I'm looking forward to seeing what tomorrow night's going to come. I think it's tomorrow night. I could be wrong, but I swear I saw tomorrow night. I'll double check because I think they had to bring it forward. Yeah, trial time changed. It was meant to be yesterday, and now it's Monday night in Gold Coast because of the weather up there at Redcliffe, which is pretty cooked. It's pretty fucked up there, mate. So we'll play tomorrow night. So bring it on. I'm sweet with that. Let's see how badly we lose. I'm quoting 40 points.
Did you guys see the video from out at Queensland? There was a AFL field that was so flooded that there was a video with the caption "Only in Australia" of a guy doing a freestyle swim around the perimeter.
I didn't see that. It's pretty funny, mate. I seen that and laughed, and but like honestly, that's how much water we've had. I mean, my little hire car that I had almost got swept away on Tuesday, and almost swept away. It's not going off a fucking cliff, but almost got bogged in with the water, Racecourse Road. So it's pretty fucked. So I feel that guy swimming in a little Corolla that I had to rent out. I I was very scared that I was gonna be pushing it out, pushing water out of it. It's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I've been lucky. I've been pretty lucky with that sort of arterial road anyway, because as you know, that's the only way I can get home. Usually is through either that road or down the other end. But you know, every time they've shut that road, I seem to have come through maybe like half an hour beforehand, or maybe like 45 minutes before they shut it. So I've been pretty lucky, getting through just before they shut it off. But my luck will run out one day. I'm sure I'll probably get locked out.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen one day, mate. It happens to all of us, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Yeah, absolutely.
We all have it. But oh man, I tell you what, I think we're coming up to the end of the little podcast here. I tell you what, we've been talking a lot, and I think I'm all talked out. I have nothing else to talk about. Unless you blokes have something to discuss, please be my guest. I'm happy to listen and contribute. So, what's on your minds if you have anything? If not, we're all good.
Yeah, I'm pretty much talked out as well. That's, we talked about a lot of shit tonight, so we covered a lot of things. So I think that's good for now.
We did. What do you reckon, Jacko? You got something to talk about, mate, or you?
Not really. I mean, on a personal note, I also give if I'm permitted by the boys here, to give a quick shout out to my father, who announced yesterday that he is out of hospital after 5 weeks.
That's a good thing, mate. That's
good
very
stuff.
That's very good to hear.
It's really good.
I thought you better say something different there. Personal note, I'm transitioning. I was just say, get fucked.
I thought you were about to plug your YouTube again.
Yeah, rip started, mate. Fucking hell. No, good stuff, mate. I'm glad your dad's out and he's doing well, I hope.
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah. So he sent me a message actually when he got out of the scar that's running along his back, because I had to take all the bar work and stuff out of his back. And he sent a message saying, "Oh, hopefully they don't have to reopen this. Hopefully my stuffing doesn't fall out again." And then after that, I said to him, "Oh, did you get a long life battery put in this time so they don't have to keep replacing it?"
Yeah.
I said, "You're a bit like the Energizer Bunny."
I was going to say, so those Duracell ads, right?
Yeah.
Fuck me. I'm running low on power. Here you go. Here's a new battery that'll last forever. Wow, thank you. Good shit, man. We definitely send all the very best to your dad. In this time, we obviously send the very best as well to the people who are struggling over there in the Ukraine and around the world too. Like, let's be real. There's an everyday problem, but right now being invaded, we send our very best thoughts to you. I want to send a very special thank you again to Mr. Nick Dukwa for coming on board tonight from Movie Nerds. Absolutely fantastic experience. That was wonderful to see and have. And we look forward to having him back on in the future. Apart from that, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time tonight. It's been great talking.
It was good to be on.
It was a pleasure.
And, we appreciate it as well. The listeners are going, hang on, why is there such a long delay? Remember, we're on Zoom. So what I send through now might not be received for like a couple seconds there. It's like a delayed tick kind of thing. But nonetheless, boys, thank you very much again. Have a wonderful night. And again, check out Nick Dukwa's links. That'll be in the description below this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But make sure to check him out if you're interested in the further reachings of the movies and a very non-biased opinion on what he and the crew view. But until the next video, boys, the next audio session, have a lovely night, and I'll catch you all around.
Catch you later.
There's